Very sad day. Ja, ek het nou Chasing the Sun gekry. The series 2 van Sanzar are falling, so Springboks are falling. Ja, people. It's fucking sad to see the racism. The racism that South African Rassie in die Springbok teams did in front of South Africa. And how they care about people who's dying. But the real story and people who's dying have not come through. And like, I promise you the story and how it starts. And now I'm feeling Rassie is a traitor. A traitor who support the black Springboks about Black Lives Matters and that shit. And this is fucking sad to see. And the rising of the sun too. How did he goes out and leave? But let's hope next week they're gonna talk about It's a Bit and It's a Bit and I don't wanna harsh shit. But I care about tender violence and they played this fucking hardcore guilt. I mean, people, that's bullshit. They choose the wrong Springbok team. They win the World Cup. That was luck, nothing else. And yeah, Rassie was bullshit. You know you doesn't win the championship. Come on, brother. New Zealand beat you in South Africa the last time. Australia beat you in Australia last time. So I won't fucking open my mouth and say I'm the championship. I'm the man who wins the championship. I'm better than New Zealand. And I'm the man who wins the championship. And I won't fucking say it. I won't say I'm the best because I lost against New Zealand. And England caught New Zealand. Well, that's rugby. But let's start my second series. Yeah. And we start in 1986 when New Zealand, and let me tell you the story about how it works in the 80s. What happened was South Africa was castigated. Verstaan, ons was vir racisme ingekla. Ons the same shit is nou. Net dis anders te om. Daai tyd het F.W. de Klerk en P.W. Botha gesê no black man will play Springboks. So the world was penalized as ons was geskort uit wêreld rugby uit wêreld sport uit. We were geblacklisted uit world sport. Maar in series 2 wil ek een ding baie clear maak. Ons was die fucking beste. Onthou, hierdie was 'n jaar voor die 87 World Cup. En daai het op die 23ste April gekom, die junior Springbokke, die New Zealand Cavaliers, wat basically New Zealand rugby team was. We beat them. They beat us 22-21. North Transvaal lost. Free State lost. North Transvaal lost with a point. Free State have lost. Transvaal have win. That's the Lions, baby. 3 Mei toe Skoppie Leeuws New Zealand in die tanne. En New Zealand kry hulle eerste pak slaag. Daai 6de Mei toe speel New Zealand teen WP en gee vir New Zealand 26-15. And the first serious game come op 10 Mei when South Africa locked the New Zealanders at Newlands 21-15. We 1-0 up in the series. Sharks beat New Zealand in Durban. New Zealand beat Sharks with a point. The second come up, New Zealand shot us with a point. 18-19. The SA Barbarians play against New Zealand, lost it 13-42. South Africa knocked New Zealand at Loftus 33-18. 2-1. We knocked the 31 May. South Africa knocked New Zealand at Ellis Park. 24, I think it's 24-10. Serious, we beat them 3-1 at the series. The Cavaliers is the mighty All Blacks of 1986, is 1987. Then the World Cup comes. And this is politics on the hardest fucking behavior. Let me tell you, Group A was Australia, England, USA, Japan, Wales, Ireland, Canada, Tonga, New Zealand, Fiji, Italy, Argentina. France, Scotland, Romania, Zimbabwe. Who the fuck is Zimbabwe? How the fuck did Zimbabwe qualify for a Rugby World Cup? Man, Zimbabwe qualify supposed to be South Africa. Because we don't pick black people in our team. This what happens now, Mr. Old Thing, pal. This 1997, we just give the All Blacks on South African soil the beat of their life. And I was calling New Zealand Cavaliers. Because New Zealand hates white South Africans. They hate us. They couldn't take us. But yeah, the World Cup comes. Group A, Australia win. England, USA, Japan. So Australia and England was qualifying. Wales, Ireland qualify. New Zealand, Fiji qualify. France, Scotland qualify. New Zealand was supposed to play against South Africa. Alright. South Africa so the old Springboks of 1997 with Naas Botha and all that fools. They will beat Romania with more than 50 points. They will slaughter the Scottish and they will kill the goddamn French like dogs in the street. But because of racism and the black bullshit, like we see upside rising the sun, that's the simple part. But 33. New Zealand come on a quarterfinal against, well, when it was South Africa, I think we will fucking send them home. But Scotland lost 33, 16-3, 31-16. France beat Fiji 31-16. Australia beat Ireland 33-15. And the semi-finals comes up. And this is the sad part of our rugby. France beat Australia 30-24. New Zealand beat in the first World Cup ever 49-6. Wales won a third place. And the first World Cup champions who ever emerged was New Zealand 29-9. But 1986, the Springboks shot them 3-1. Okay, we can go with that. Then we go to the Currie Cup. No, but I will come to that. So, yeah. So, South Africa play 1989, a year before Mandela was released, against the world X-Sphere, the best in the world. One at Cape Town and one at Joburg. We beat the world best 2019. We beat the world X-Sphere in Joburg. We give the world best 2-0. This is a fucking joke. This is a bad joke. This is not a joke. This is a bad joke. So the Currie Cup comes in New Zealand 1988. The Maoris New Zealanders don't play South Africa. They go play Australia. They start against Western Australia where they give them 63, 28-4, 29-4, 52, 32-7, 19-19 draw. 39 draw. So that means New Zealand wins. Alright, they win the cup. New Zealand won there. They're still the champs. But I haven't played South Africa, né? Remember, they couldn't play South Africa. After the 90, we still incarcerated. And I want to show the world why. 91 comes. New Zealand, England. Italy, USA. Scotland, Ireland, Japan, South Africa. Yet again Zimbabwe is in. Yet again Zimbabwe is in. Because ons is geskors. Australia, Samoa, Wallis en Argentinië. France, Canada, Romania, Fiji. Die spanne wat the teams who goes through was New Zealand, England at A. B, Scotland, Ireland. South Africa will thrash Japan in 91. They will thrash Ireland with more than 20 points. That time, we were the best. We got the best goal kicker in the world, Nasbota. And we fresh. We will send Scotland home again. Again. But ons was geskort uit World Rugby uit. So, ja, ons was geskort uit World Rugby uit. Here again, we fucked by the world. So, this shit what happens now, people, is nothing new to us. It was always been there. Australia, Samoa, Wales and Argentina. Australia and Wales did it. France and Canada, make it. Come on, baby. That's bullshit on the best part of the world. But, yeah. A quarterfinal come. Scotland beat Western Samoa. Remember, we all fucking killed Samoa with more than 30 points. And we will thrash the Scottish. France lost against England. New Zealand beat Canada 29-13. Australia 19-18. Semi-finals come. South Africa will in 1991. South Africa will thrash England. England beat them 9-6. Hell, we will be in a World Cup final against the Australians. What anything could happen that day. And New Zealand lost against the Australians 16-6. We will maybe win or lose against the All Blacks. We don't know. 6-13. And the World Cup final was between Australia and England. Yet again, people. Australia wins the World Cup. South Africa could win the World Cup. Because of racism, we've been chucked out of a World Cup. A second one. People, that was fucked up, but this was like I said. We were racists. We doesn't choose blacks, and yeah. We were the best. Unfortunately, the Currie Cup come. And I'm gonna, there's some shit I want to play for you guys. 1988, Northern Transvaal beat VP with a point. We are champs. 1918, it's a draw. First draw, 16-16. 1919, Northern Transvaal lose against Japan. My Natal Sharks. And we throw a tantrum. Naas Botha sê they were lucky, whatever. Yeah, but that was the truth. Naas Botha are not that great loser. He throw a tantrum. But Northern Transvaal come in 91 back. And they beat Transvaal at the same Pretoria venue. And they take the Currie Cup back. But now I want to show you something. With Sanzara's falling. People, this Pacific Cups is nothing new. 1986. The Pacific Cup when Canterbury Reds, Auckland, Waratahs, Wellington, Fiji. 1986. So Super Rugby started in 1986. Okay. That's the year before the first Rugby World Cup. Where Canterbury win. Reds are second, Blues are third, Waratahs are fourth, Wellington are 5, and 6 are Fiji. So the first one has been won by Canterbury. So is this Aotearoa Cup just the South Pacific Cup? The old South Pacific Cup? Same way, same methode. And then 1997, Canterbury and Auckland share 17 points. Reds, Waratahs, Fiji, Wellington. 1998, Auckland, Wellington, Waratahs, Canterbury, Fiji, Queensland Reds. Is it not this new Aotearoa reeks they want to start? That's the same format, boys. It's the same teams. This New Zealand is bringing rugby back 25, 30 years. 1989. The year before South Africa Mandela was released. Auckland win. Australia 17, Waratahs, Queensland Reds, Wellington 9, Fiji 8, Canterbury. God damn it. And guess what happened? 1990, Auckland win, Queensland second, Waratahs second, Wellington, Canterbury, Fiji. With the change of the game was, Fiji was there, but the change of the game was 1992. I'm out of my order. I want to end up in 91 because we were racists. Oh fuck. Okay. 1-1. But that was the bad part of the story. And 92, Queensland Reds went. Remember, 91, the Wallabies would just win the World Cup. This is like a kick in New Zealand's stomach. And a second kick in New Zealand's balls. Queensland win the Pacific Cup. 20. Auckland win the second with 16 points. Waratahs 13. Wellington 4. Canterbury 4. Fiji 4. Doesn't that sound familiar to you? After the Wallabies win the World Cup, New Zealand and his people change the format and bring South Africa in. It sounds familiar. So from next week, Series 3 of Sanzar are falling, Springboks are falling. Yeah, mama? Okay. So next week is season 3 of Sanzar is falling. Till next time, boys. Nice night. Goodbye.